My commanding officer was selling weapons until this happened. I was a private first-class working supply at Fort Hood in 2019. My job was basically inventory management, counting rifles, checking serial numbers, making sure everything matched the paperwork. Boring stuff, but important. Captain Hayes ran our company. 20-year veteran, decorated, respected by everyone. The kind of officer who remembered your name and asked about your family. I'd been working under him for about 8 months. One Tuesday afternoon, I was doing a routine inventory check on our M4 rifles. We had 42 weapons assigned to our unit. Standard procedure: scan the serial number, check it against the database, move to the next one. Rifle number 37 wouldn't scan. The barcode was damaged. So I manually typed in the serial number. Error. Serial number not found. That's weird. I tried again. Same error. Checked my list. The serial number was definitely assigned to our unit. I grabbed rifle number 38. Scanned it. Error. Serial number not found. My hands started shaking. I checked the next 5 rifles. Every single one came back as not found in the system. 6 rifles with serial numbers that didn't exist in the Army's database. I immediately went to Staff Sergeant Dixon, our supply NCO. Sergeant, we have a problem. Half a dozen rifles aren't showing up in the system. He looked concerned. Show me. We went through the inventory together. He tried the serial numbers himself. Same errors. This doesn't make sense, he said. These rifles have been here for months. I personally signed for them when they arrived. He pulled up the receiving documents. Everything looked legitimate. Proper forms, Captain Hayes' signature, official Department of Defense shipping labels. We need to report this up the chain, Dixon said. That's when Captain Hayes walked into the supply room. Report what? The room went dead silent. Dixon explained the situation. 6 rifles with invalid serial numbers. Captain Hayes didn't blink. Probably just a database error. I'll contact headquarters and get it sorted out. Don't worry about it. Something in his voice felt wrong. Too calm. Too quick to dismiss it. Sir, with respect, this is a serious discrepancy, Dixon said. We need to document this and notify the battalion commander. Hayes' expression hardened. I said I'll handle it, Sergeant. That's an order. After he left, Dixon and I looked at each other. This feels wrong, I said quietly. Yeah, Dixon agreed. It does. That night, Dixon made copies of all the documentation. The next morning, he went straight to the battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel Bennett, bypassing Hayes completely. 2 hours later, Criminal Investigation Command agents showed up at our company. They seized all the rifles with invalid serial numbers and started interviewing everyone. Turns out, Captain Hayes had been running a scheme for almost 2 years. He'd been ordering extra weapons using falsified paperwork, then selling them to a civilian dealer who operated gun shows. The dealer would file off the serial numbers and sell them on the black market. Hayes would replace the sold weapons with cheaper replicas that looked identical but had fake serial numbers stamped on them. Nobody noticed because inventory checks usually just involved counting weapons, not verifying every serial number in the database. The investigation found he'd sold 43 weapons over 18 months, made over $60,000. They arrested him at his house that evening. His wife answered the door holding their baby daughter. I felt sick watching them put him in handcuffs. Hayes got sentenced to 12 years in federal prison. Dishonorable discharge, lost his pension, his benefits, everything. Dixon got a commendation for reporting it. I got interviewed by CID about 6 times, had to testify at the court-martial. The scary part? If that one barcode hadn't been damaged, if I hadn't manually typed in that serial number, nobody would have ever known. Hayes would have kept selling weapons for years.